tonight's going to be a quick shave. Got this new brush in. The first brush I started off with was from Amazon, and it was a boar brush, I believe. And it was a Semogue, just like this one is. It was a Semogue 830. It had that red and white acrylic handle. That handle got kind of slippery when it got soapy, but most importantly, it was short. And I'm a bowl latherer usually. Well, this is that same knot. This is the 1305. This is that same knot. I think premium bristles is what the Semogue calls theirs, this level. But it's got the bigger, longer handle. And I've used this handle on my Semogue Owners Club and my 1250, and I like it. So I went ahead and ordered this guy because I really did enjoy the hairs on the 830. It took 18 shaves or so to break in. Now this guy I've had soaking at my desk for a few hours. I don't know if that'll help the break in, but I am prepared, since this is the first use, to go back to the tub before every pass. Maybe what has to be done. All right, so let's get that guy back in the water. And I am going to try this new head to me. This is the open comb, you can see by the bits there. And this is the Timeless 68 open comb. And it's got the scalloped top cap, kind of new to me as well. And then I'm going to use in it a Astra Platinum, a Super Platinum. When I first tried this, I was traveling. I didn't have my standard arrangement of blades, and so I had to try it on just some odd blades. So this is one of my standards. So the usual 3-piece arrangement. These rails here on the top cap will keep it aligned perfectly. I've got the knurled handle coming in the mail here soon, and I had the dimpled handle come with this cap, with this head, and I don't know why I didn't like it. I tried it one time, I didn't like it, so I'm using another handle. All right, let me get my face wet so that my hairs can start softening. Cold water, it's in the winter. Now the last thing to introduce is the soap. Now, I think it says Fritzing Works or something, Bespoke Razor Restoration. So I'm guessing that the 2 roads from LeBelle soaps is, done to benefit that organization or in conjunction with that organization. 2 roads, I went to trythatsoap.com and they did not have any scent notes on it. And LeBelle doesn't really have, they have a Facebook page, but it's a little hard to find information. So I wasn't able to get the scent profile. But it says 2 roads. So that may be what, Robert Frost? 2 roads diverged in a wood. So maybe we're talking about a woody scent here. It's pretty mild. Seems like it's got a little bit of amber. Let's just see what it opens up into. I think I smell a little woodiness. All right. But I do know, yesterday I believe it was, I used LeBelle for the first time. And that was more of a herbs and floral fusion. It was okay, but if this one has any strength at all, I think this is going to be the winner. Keep this one around. All right. Oh, haha. Today, this is the holidays, and I decided to see how a Cool Whip tub is going to do instead of my usual custom lather bowl. The dimensions are surprisingly similar. This would be a good travel bowl, you know, if it gets crushed or whatever, big deal. It also will come with a cap, and so if you want to, sometimes if I'm visiting somebody else's house, I may want to carry my shave gear from the bedroom where I'm staying to the bathroom, and this with a cap would be a cool way to do it. And you've got your lather bowl there. So we're going to use this and see how it works out. Hopefully not throwing too many crazy variables in the shave. All right, so we're going to load. Yesterday was for 30 seconds. I ended up with maybe 2 more passes of soap than I really needed. How about we do it for 20 seconds this time? Besides, I'm probably going to have to come back to the soap anyway, like I said. All right, I'm going to shake most of the water off the brush. All right. I don't even think this guy's been lathered. And 0 right there. So let's start with that. Man, I remember the 830 brush. Got it from Amazon. I was so excited. And then it felt so bad on my face, I just didn't know what to think. And then I finally learned that boars have a break-in. All right, that's 20 seconds. So let's scoop up this lather, and then we'll start working it in the bowl. Nice tall sides, so you don't have to worry about your lather escaping. It's also going to be okay, since this is a new brush, if we start losing some bristles. This one doesn't have the textured bottom that my custom one does, but that just saves you a little bit of time. If you're not able to get one of those type bowls, don't sweat it. Yeah, there's some more coming out, some woody. I think it's the conifers, like you know what, since this is a new knot, let's go ahead and lather for just a little bit longer. Let's do another 10 seconds. Started at 36. Since this is a new brush, it just needs a little bit of help. There we go. And that's, you know, it may behave this way for, I've had Semogues, my 1250 broke in about 1 day. Another one I had broke in about 5 days. Another one, it was more like 14. And then I think my first one, the 830, took a little bit longer, like 18 or 20 days. I think that's right. So if you're new to bores, what we're wanting to have happen with the break-in is for the knot to open up and expand a little bit, and then also for the tips to split. That will cause the feel to be a lot softer on your face. It's a nice feeling. It won't, even if you get a bore that's fully broken in, it still won't be as comfy as some badgers out there, but it'll be a lot cheaper usually. I just went ahead and added a teaspoon of water. I have hard water. LeBelle did fine in hard water yesterday. Might be hard to see the lather in this container. Heard of one shortcut method today that I hadn't yet. Use a hair dryer. You soak your brush in some water and use a hair dryer, and that will help the tips to split. Okay, this may be a little thick, but I think I want to start with it that way. because this is a new brush. All right. One thing I like about the winter is that it makes the cold water coming out of my tap a lot colder than usual. And a simple cup of water from the tap tastes like a fresh alpine spring water. All right, wet my face again. It's so late, I cannot wait to get to sleep. Didn't get much sleep last night. All right. Don't really care too much about how the lather looks right now. Oh, I like that scent. First whiff of it. Maybe has a little more amber than I usually would like, but we'll give it a chance. This brush will be very nice when it the tips split. Even now it's not too bad. It will be a little too grindy if you use a razor that's a little too harsh for you and you end up maybe with some tender skin. Then that skin is not going to like this brush very much. But it's not too bad at all. Do a little bit more scrubbing. Cleaning and scrubbing is what we're doing now. Let's add a little bit of water. All right, there we go. I think that'll do nicely. Now so this is the Astra, and the last time I used this head, it felt a lot different than the normal 68. Oh, now this is better. Oh. Scalloped bar 68. This is the open comb 68. But the scallop bar is what I've been using. Used it the other day and I was reminded just how smooth it was. Just a day's growth. This is what we're cutting down today. And this is how I was hoping that this 68 would act. Just a little wild touch on a mild head. The 95 is the more crazy head that Timeless has, and even it is not a big deal in terms of aggression. To me, at least. Now I can't. There are definitely razors that are that leave me hurting. The Blackbird from Blackland, I couldn't use that 2 days in a row without getting some pretty uncomfortable irritation. Just very aggressive. All right. So that was a nice, comfortable first pass. You know, who knows? That like 3-hour soak that I did may have saved me 5 days of cussing, you know? There are other shortcut methods, like some people use, like putting it in cold water, then put it in the fridge, and then once a day you pull it out and rub it on a towel for 10 minutes or something. And then after about 3 days, then you've got nice split tips, or, you know, whatever. generally I just use them. But boar brushes are just so cheap that I bought 3 of them this past week or two. It's $10 or $12. And they're great. Like as travel brushes, I like them as travel brushes. In one sense, they're actually great as travel brushes. In another sense, they're not. What if you spent 5 months working with this boar brush to soften it up, get those tips split to where you're just really enjoying the shave, and then it gets lost by the airline or something like that? That would not be cool. I'm going to say that this open comb head definitely increases the aggression of the 68 quite a bit. Like two levels, if you will. Not just, oh, it's just a little more aggressive. It's like, it's a very different razor. Well, that was a nice slick rinse, just like I had yesterday. Very enjoyable. The scent is not strong. Let's just kind of see what we can detect of it with this, I guess, my third pass. This is a little wet. Let's go back for just a few seconds to the tub. Yeah, that's better. I'd say this is maybe a 3 out of 10 in terms of scent strength. I like it. The amber, or what something similar to amber, seems to be kind of up front, but it is. I normally don't like amber too much, but when they're combining it with maybe some other woody notes, and that really makes it more appealing to me. So I do like this one better, even though it's weaker in terms of strength. I like it better than what I used yesterday, which is that herbs and flowers. What was that one called? Oh yeah, Spike's Garden. So these soaps were just in a kind of a lot purchase that I did, and it had some other stuff that I was really happy to get. So I just took these soaps as a, well, why don't I try them out too? It was just kind of part of the lot. So with this blade and with this head, I do feel like I could give myself some razor burn if I wasn't careful. To me, this one is a little on the aggressive side of the middle. It's still somewhat comfortable, but it's more focused on aggression. If I had to make a choice based on my 2 shaves with it so far, I would say I would probably pass it on to somebody else, because I just enjoy smoother shaves more these days. And it opened up a little weeper right there. I bet he'll heal himself up without a problem. Okay, I'm going to rinse. So that's 3 passes. Sometimes when it's in the efficiency mode, like I was talking about, it's more focused on cutting than comfort. Sometimes that makes me less likely to really work an area to buff it down if the comfort isn't there. So in that sense, something right in the middle line might give me a better shave sometimes. But this was just an easygoing shave. I've got a nice good cut right here. It's close. There are a few hairs there that have a little bit of length on them, but that's all right. This was just a quickie. It's kind of get to bed. 3 passes will do. I don't think I'll do another one, neck only like I usually do. So the other day I killed my Nivea Sensitive. Well, this is Nivea Original, and I've used it a few times. I like how it's got a little bit of alcohol in it to help with my oily skin and to do a little diagnostic work. A little bit of stinging here and there, but usually gone very quickly. Nice scent. Just kind of a light, easygoing man scent, you know. All right. I'm going to clean up. I'm not really going to bother telling you. Well, okay. Not too much soap left in the lather bowl. I'm going to think it worked pretty well. I'll use it again on a kind of a more typical scenario. We did have to go back to the soap, but only on the 3rd pass and not on the 2nd. So I think this guy's going to break in fairly quickly. Who knows, maybe each day I'll soak it for a few hours before the shave. Maybe that'll be a accelerated method. It's a really slick soap. I enjoy this base. 2nd time trying it now, and it continues to impress. This is painted like enamel or something over wood, and so people have definitely made complaints online about when they drop it, some paint will chip away. Who cares? I mean, to me. And then I'm definitely going to give this guy a workout on the towel after the shave here. And it's already starting to open up some, and it's just going to get better. Very cool. So for this soap, 2 Roads by LeBelle soaps. I'm going to guess amber's kind of dominant, but then they bring in some other woody scents to help it out and not be so one-dimensional, and that saves it for me. So definitely this is my preferred soap of the 2 that I've tried so far. There's another one that we'll just have to see. Maybe a little too feminine, but we'll give it a shot. All right. So this Astra Platinum did really well. 8th use, still going strong, no problem at all. So I like the scent profile on the soap pretty well. Wish it was just a little stronger, but it is kind of present there while you're shaving. I'm looking forward to trying more blades with this razor. And if it keeps acting like it is now, and my other try with it, then I might pass it on to somebody else and try the solid bar. I've got the scalloped bar, works really well. I might try the solid bar as well. See if somebody wants to swap it out. But good shave, enjoyable. I was surprised that the 1305 did as well as it did. It was serviceable. I did have to go back. When your expectations are set properly, then it's much nicer, isn't it? First time I was using that type of bore, I was just so, well, why do people even use this stuff? This sucks, you know. And all I had to do was wait about 2 or 3 weeks and it would change and be just fine. All right, well, good shave. Looking forward to watching this boar brush grow and bloom just like my 830 did. I'm sure it'll be terrific. So, hey, it's late and this is Sugar Daddy Shaves. Hope there was something to hear that helped you out. Take care and good night.